So for this part of the video, we're going to review how to create some of those simple lines with our paper. So you're going to notice that each of your paper strips is flat. Some of them may be long, some of them may be short, but they are all flat paper strips. If you put them flat down on your paper, they are not going to pop up at all. Okay, they are going to remain flat. So we are going to be transforming these into three-dimensional forms that will then become our sculpture as you attach them. So like I said, make sure you have some kind of glue, and here we go. Let's begin building our three-dimensional sculptures using our 2D lines. So you might be thinking, well, Ms. Sikowski, if I leave it like this, then it's a straight line. That's true, it is a straight line, but it doesn't pop up. So anytime you want it to pop up, so that you have a place to glue it, you need to fold the edges to add feet. I like to call them feet. So there we go. I have some little feet. Now, if I do it like this, that edge is still too skinny, so you're going to fold it one more time. That way this foot bends over. Okay, when I unfold it, you can see the shape of it. It has some feet. When I turn it over, I take my glue. I'm going to be using white Elmer's glue for this. You can choose to use your glue stick. You don't want a lot of glue. The more glue you use, the soggier your paper is going to get, and the more chance that your sculpture is just going to collapse. So that would be a straight line. It still looks like a straight line, but when I lift it up, you can see it pops off the paper. Let's try another one. How about a curved line? Okay, a curve is just like a letter C, or a rainbow, or a smiley face, or a happy face. So we are going to be adding our curved line. Now, if I have a curved line, again, I don't have anything to stick it down. I have to create feet. You can fold your feet out like this, so that you have a spot to put glue and glue it down, or you can fold your feet in. Again, you will have a spot to put glue. So it's up to you. Then you're going to add your curved line. Now you can stretch that curve out to be really low. If you put it closer together, it will be very tall. You can put it on top of your other lines. However you want to build your sculpture is up to you, but when you hold it, I suggest holding it down and counting to 10 each time you do a fold to make sure it doesn't keep popping off of your paper. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And there you have it. I'm not going to count every time I do it because as I'm talking and holding, it will be sticking, but it would help you to count. So you might want to use that as a technique. All right, so I've created a straight line and a curved line. Let's try a zigzag line. Now a zigzag line is just a series of straight lines. So I'm going to go forward, flatten it out so it's straight. Back, forward, back, forward, back, forward, back. Each time I'm doing this, I'm pinching it flat, forward, back, until the whole line is folded up, forward, back, forward, back. When you let it go, you will have your zigzag line. Now, just like before, you want to put glue on the feet. The less glue you use, the quicker it will dry and the better it will stick. And then decide where you want to add your zigzag line on your picture. So these are the basic lines that we're doing. If you need to review these lines, you can always just rewind and check to see how I created them. Okay, we've done straight, curved, zigzag. Why don't we try a spiral? Now to do a spiral is a consistent curve that gets smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. So I don't want to fold this at all. I want to curl it up. I recommend for this, you use a pencil or a pen or a colored pencil or marker and you are going to hold it on there. So put the tip on your marker or your pen, put your thumb on the end of it and hold it. It's like a flag. Woo. Now you're going to take your other hand and wrap it up. Wrap it up. You need it to be tight, so you want to wrap, wrap, wrap. This can get very tricky. Try your best. Get it as tight as you can, wrapped up around something small and round. Then when you let it go, you will have your spiral. Now, if I stretch my spiral out, it then becomes a looping line. So if I leave it together, it's a spiral. If I stretch it out, it's a looping line. So see where you want to add either of those. You can leave it as a spiral or turn it into a looping line. A little glue goes on the ends of the feet, and then you will glue it down. So we're going to keep making lines together so that you can practice each of your lines. If you have extra paper and there's one that you really like doing, of course, you can make that one over again. So hang in there with this video, pause it anytime you need to catch up, and then keep creating different sculptural three-dimensional lines that pop up with me. Let's try a square. Okay, I have one piece of paper. You know, I want a long one for this. I'm going to choose this long one. How many sides does a square have? 4. But because we need to connect it, we're going to make 5 sides. So I'm going to fold it 1, 2, 3, 4 times. When I open it up, careful, careful, you're going to notice that it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sections. You're going to take that end section and attach it, and you'll have a square. Now, since a square has a nice flat bottom on it, you can add your glue right to that and add your three-dimensional square right to your sculpture. This will create a pretty stable base. All right, let's keep going. What else can we do? I've done a straight line. I've done a zigzag line. I've done a curved line, a looping line, or a spiral if you leave it together. We've made a square. How about let's try to make a triangle using 2 straight diagonal lines. So I'm going to fold it in half. That was easy. I made it. It's a point, like a mountain. But remember, it needs feet. So you're going to fold in or out some tabs on the bottom to create feet. And when I do that, I could have a tall, skinny triangle. I could spread it out and have a wider triangle. It's up to you. So you're going to take your triangle, add some glue on the bottom, and add your three-dimensional shape somewhere on your sculpture. Remember to count to 10 when you hold. Okie dokie, moving on. I have done a zigzag, which is once forward and once back. Let's try a castle line, which is forward, forward, back, back. That means I'm going to fold it down, forward, squeeze. Down, back, squeeze. Forward, forward, squeeze. Back, back, squeeze. Do this all the way down your strip, just like you did with your zigzag. Give it a good pinch. Let it go. Nothing happened this time. Last time it sprung open. This time you have to carefully undo your shape to create that castle line. Now, your castle should already have some bases that you can use. You're going to do the same thing. Add glue to 2 of your feet, and then add your line to continue building your sculpture. Remember to count to 10 as you pinch it, and you can see that my sculpture is popping up off of my paper. So I made a square, I made a triangle. Let's try a circle. Here we go. I take another piece of paper. Now this one's very simple. Are you ready for this? I don't think you're ready for this. Are you ready for this? bend. There's a circle. Add a little glue, glue it together. Bend. That's your circle. Easy peasy lemon squeezy on that one. 1 dot of glue. Attach your circle together. 1 dot of glue. Attach your shape to your sculpture. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you should have a few more lines left. I'm going to have you finish your sculptures on your own. Remember, if you are a kindergartner or a first grader, you are building your sculpture until you run out of lines. If you are a second grader or third grader, you have many more lines to do and another week to work on this using the advanced techniques in next week's video. And my 4th and 5th graders, same thing. 2 weeks to work on yours, but yours is going to be 3-dimensional as a platform and as a sculpture. So remember, you have that additional step. I hope that building this sculpture with me reminded you or taught you how to create some 3-dimensional lines using flat paper and how to add them together to build a sculpture. Now, if you run out of paper and you're really having fun with this and you want more, if you have paper at home, you can just cut it into strips and continue to build and add. So my kindergartners and first graders, I can't wait to see your 3-dimensional sculptures just like this. My 2nd and 3rd graders, continue working a whole nother week on these because you have many more pieces and shapes to add by using that additional link. And my 4th and 5th graders, you should have started with a 3D base and continue building. All right, we can do this. I cannot wait to see these. I'll see you later, everyone. I hope you had fun this week creating the beginnings of our 3D sculpture.